Look at this single paper airplane flying into a vortex of millions of other documents. This is exactly what it feels like when you have a major company announcement, but your message gets completely ignored by the media. To stand out, you need a press release. A press release is an official, factual news announcement written specifically for the media. It gives journalists the clear details they need to write a story. It is not a promotional advertisement. Before you start writing, you need to gather three things: a genuinely newsworthy event to announce, a standard company boilerplate paragraph explaining what your business does, and the name and details of a designated media contact person. By submitting your news in this specific expected format, you signal to editors that your company is professional. It proves your announcement is actual news worth covering, rather than spam to be deleted. Step 1 is the header. At the very top of your document, type the phrase "for immediate release" in all caps. This tells the media that the information is public and ready for publication right now. Next is the headline. Keep it sharp, clear, and focused entirely on the news. Right below it, add a one-line subheadline that provides immediate context so the reader knows exactly why the news matters. Notice this text block. We are crossing out the promotional words to avoid the hype trap. Journalists want facts, so replace sales-heavy adjectives like best or world-class with neutral, accurate reporting. This upside-down triangle illustrates the inverted pyramid structure. In journalism, the most critical information must always go at the very top of the story, in the widest tier, while the least urgent background details sit at the narrow bottom. Apply this to your lead paragraph. Start it with a dateline, your city, country, and the current date, to anchor your story in space and time. Then, write the rest of the lead paragraph by answering the 5 W's. Watch as this yellow highlighter picks out the core facts: who is involved, what happened, when it happened, where it happened, and why it matters. The lead paragraph carries the weight of the entire document. If an editor stops reading after this single paragraph, they must still walk away understanding the complete story. Use your subsequent body paragraphs to build out the rest of the pyramid. This is where you flush out the story by adding specific product features, background data, or market context. Next, you need a human voice. Insert a direct quote from a relevant stakeholder, like your CEO, founder, or the lead on the project. A weak quote merely repeats the features you already listed. A strong quote adds human vision, perspective, and personality to the facts. At the bottom of your body copy, paste your pre-written company boilerplate. This is your standard About Us section that quickly explains who you are and who you serve. Here in the footer is a common point of failure, the dead end. You must include a distinct block with your media contact's name, email, and phone number. Finally, type 3 traditional pound signs at the bottom. This symbol tells editors the text has ended. By structuring your news this way, you provide a complete, frictionless package of context and contact info. You eliminate all the technical excuses a journalist might have for passing on your story. Sending your release out like a massive wave of identical envelopes flying blindly into the dark is the spam approach. Mass emailing thousands of unrelated journalists without a strategy will get your domain blocked. Instead, use a 4-step distribution workflow. 1. Publish the release natively on your website. 2. Pitch a targeted list of niche journalists. 3. Submit to newswire services and industry blogs for wider syndication. 4. Amplify the announcement across social media platforms, especially LinkedIn. Successful PR relies on precision targeting, not sheer volume. A perfectly written press release only does its job if you intentionally place it in front of an audience that cares about the topic. You now possess a fully professional, media-ready press release. You have taken your raw announcement and formatted it to give journalists all the facts, quotes, and contact information they need, in the exact structure they demand. Once you hit send on your pitches, look at this analytics dashboard to track your success. Monitor your media pickups, watch your line graph for referral web traffic, and track your brand mentions online. A press release cannot guarantee front-page news, but mastering this professional format gives your company the absolute highest probability of turning a simple announcement into widespread media coverage.